So do you think this is it, or do you think this is it? Should we start? All right, so now we're going to start. That's all right. Are there any thoughts lingering that you want to bring up before we plunge in from the morning? So I'm going to work a little bit with the same ideas, but with breathing this afternoon. And I wanted to start by telling a story about a woman that had a big impact on me about this work. Any of you have heard of Ilse Middendorf? Does this name mean anything? You've heard of Ilse Middendorf? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. So
one of her first disciples came here and taught one of the first workshops we had in Auroville in the early 80s.
Oh, really?
Was one of hers.
Cool.
Her son, actually.
Yeah, but the son had a partner whose name I can't think of.
Maria.
No. Who came to Oregon?
Okay.
So Ilse, some of you may know this history. When she was a young girl, an angel appeared to her in her backyard outside of Berlin and said, "Breathe." And she had no idea what was the meaning of this. What was she to do with this? So, of course, it set her on a path of trying to find out what this meant. So for several years, she went to this and that teacher, and as she got older, she traveled to Tibet and eastern China and Kazakhstan and all kinds of places looking for advice. And she says she finally got tired of guys telling her how to breathe and decided she'd better just hunker down and investigate her own breathing. So out of that, she developed her practice, which some of you may know, is really helping people define what she calls the breathing self. Who are you as a breather, and who are you as a breather? Not what you ought to be doing, but who actually are you as a breather? How do you organize all of the complexity of the movement of breathing, and what kinds of images, memories come up around that for you? So it's a very experimental, embodied state where you're not so much trying to accomplish something like you would in certain kinds of yogic breathing or holotropic breathing. You're trying to investigate who you are as a breather. So it's a very direct, personal process. So I like to experiment a little bit with that kind of focus where for a while for you to experience, I'll ask you various questions about your breathing and see how you can find ways into your own patterns. So I think first of all, it would be nice to get a place on the floor that you'd be comfortable lying down. I think we'll start by lying down. If you're too sleepy, kind of prop yourself up into something. It's fine if you want to sit also. If you would prefer Aster, if you would like to sit, it's fine too. Okay, it's fine to just. All right.
Just to get the breathing started.
So first, I'm just going to give you a few moments without talking, where I'd just like you to see what comes up for you as you begin to let yourself relax and be supported by the cushions in the floor, and see what comes up in your own breathing without any instruction or anything. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is notice where you feel the movement of your